this time I forgot to unmute myself on the actual microphone and not on Twitch or Twitch. The thing, OBS. There we go. That's the program that I use. Anyway, hello. I have arrived. So, we have reached the end of yet another week, and what a week it has been. We are still playing Super Mario Bros. Today. We are surely not done with Super Mario Bros. Surely. But, such is the way of things. Anyway, so we're gonna play Super Mario Bros. Today. If we beat it really quick, we might just hop on over to Legend of Zelda, or we might not. Who knows? Who knows? Because yeah, I'm not feeling sick generally anymore, but my throat is acting up a bit still. Or I suppose it'd be more accurate to say it has started acting up a bit more. So, we'll see. We'll see. Nevertheless, I'm feeling good. I am not in any pain. That makes it sound more dire than perhaps it ought to, but you get the idea, I suppose. But yeah, you know, now that I'm an affiliate, I can do like polls and stuff, and like there's a prediction option. You can see you can have people predict things. I don't know how any of this works, so I'm gonna mess with this real quick. Hello, Dark Gamer XX Dark Gamer 788XX. Let's see. What does everyone think? Will we beat the game today? Seems like this is a timed thing. We can leave it going for quite a while though. Channel point thing though, actually. Maybe, I don't know, we'll deal with this, we'll mess with this later. Oh, okay, looks like we need to update. So, I've got to stall for time real quick. So how's everybody doing today? Yeah, don't know what the World 6 Hammer Bro thinks about that? Hey, we don't have to worry about the World 6 Hammer Brothers. We've got the Warp to World 8, baby. We've only got to worry about the World 8 Hammer Brothers, which are numerous and deadly. Oh, okay, the update's done. Cool. Oh. I'm not concerned about new things to play, I'm concerned about Super Mario Bros. Where is it? What have you done with Super Mario Bros.? Alright, we've lost Super Mario Bros. But yeah, 8.3. 8.3 is currently the big roadblock that we're trying to overcome. Where is Super Mario Bros.? Probably further down, I guess. That's the original Mario Bros. Oh, here we go. Alright. But yes, so, as stated, 8.3 is currently the, what we're trying to get past. We've gotten so far as 8.3, but we've yet to, go any further. But yeah, we've got a pretty polished on our run, broadly speaking. But we haven't quite developed the muscle memory that we need for 8.3. So, as long as we can... Have I played Super Mario Bros. 3? I have not. Oh, also, hold on. We're not playing Dweller's Empty Path today. I've got to change that text. There we go. But yes, I have not played Super Mario Bros. 3. But yes, this is of the... Let's see, how many... I'm trying to think, what was the... I played this, I played New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and I played... I think that might be actually all the 2D Mario games that I've played, now that I think about it. I feel like I might have played one more, but I might be misremembering. People often describe the Super Mario 3D World games as having, played Super Mario Bros. 3, mostly because I speedrun it for 3 years. Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, this isn't exactly a speedrun of, that we're doing here today, unfortunately, but hey, if we beat it, it'll be the fastest run I've ever done, so that counts for something. But yeah, like I was saying, people often describe the Super Mario 3D World games, or the Super Mario... I guess, yeah, there's 3D World and then there's 3D Land. Whoops. Alright, we salvaged that. They describe those games as having very similar sort of level design to the 2D games in a lot of ways. Super Mario 64? Nice, nice. I have played Super Mario 64 just a little bit. I think I've gotten so far as... Is it Snowman's Land or Cool Cool Mountain? Which one's the first, ice level that you get access to in a, casual playthrough? Whichever one of those is the case. Oop. Yeah, Cool Cool Mountain? Alright. Yeah, because... Oh. Yeah, Cool Cool Mountain's the one with, like, the penguin race, and the baby penguins, and all that. And, Snowman's Land is the one with, like, the big, like, lake, isn't it? The big lake, and I think probably also a big snowman in the middle, if I remember correctly. Because, yeah, I have, you know, seen gameplay of, the later levels of, Super Mario 64. I've watched speedruns of it, all that. But, yeah, not played much of it. Do I know any glitches in this game? Not really. We're currently trying to do sort of a pretty casual playthrough of just sort of, you know, playing the game more or less as I might if I, you know, if this was back, you know, other than the fact that I'm playing it on a Switch, as though I was playing it just like, as an average, everyday sort of dude in, when was this game released? 1980 something? Hold on. What year was this game released? It was the 80s, right? Yeah, getting the vine will be hard as Big Mario. It is a bit challenging. It's not terrible. We've gotten it a lot. We've gotten pretty consistent at it. It's just sort of a matter of not hitting this next block. You know, hitting the next block up diagonally. Next hidden block. But yeah, we're pretty consistent at that. We did mess it up once previously. And that was a real tragedy. But we're off in World 8. But yeah, so like for instance, one of the rules that we're working by is I'm only allowed to use warps to get to a particular world once I've gotten to that world normally. So every single level up until this point, we had to play through properly. And now we're just sort of in the finishing yeah, we're in the final stretch, I suppose. The only challenge left to complete is world hardest NES game that you can think of. I've played very few. I've played very few NES games. I've played this. I've played The Legend of Zelda long enough to get the sword, and use it. I did use it at least once. I don't think I ever got into a dungeon or anything, but I did get the sword. There's a coin block here, right? Yeah. But yeah, I played the Legend of Zelda long enough to get the sword, and not quite long enough to get into a dungeon. And I played Metroid. I did play Metroid. I don't remember if I got anything in Metroid. I think I got like the first power-up, maybe? That's like really close to the start. But I haven't, yeah, I haven't played Metroid long enough to do basically anything else. Well, yeah, hardest NES game by votes was apparently Ninja Gaiden. I've heard a lot of people describe that as being very hard. But yeah, we are not quite at that level yet, I would imagine. Considering the great struggles we're having with Super Mario Brothers. Ninja Gaiden might be a little bit out of my pay grade for the time being. But yeah, we were on a really good there, up until that, that last fatal step. Whoop. Well, we're not going to get a whole lot of coins out of this. We're only going to get 2. Okay. Whoop. Ooh. Alright, nice. What about you, Dark Gamer? What's the hardest NES game that you've played? Yeah, as I said, you know, by default for me, since this is the only one that I've really played, it kind of has to be this one. Oh, Castlevania. I've heard that one's pretty hard too. I think, from what I hear, it's mostly just sort of a lot of it comes from the awkwardness of the controls, to a certain extent. You know, the game itself is of course, as I understand it, pretty well designed for challenge and all that. But yeah, I know that a lot of people say that the controls are a little bit awkward in that one. Alright. There we go. Alright, this is very good. The situation is definitely not ideal, but we're salvaging it at the very least. What's the perfect time you could think of in this game? I think the speedrun's like... The world record is like 2 minutes and 50-something seconds, right? As for myself, I have absolutely no idea. I haven't been keeping track of how long it's been taking me to play, so I have no idea how well I could do if I sort of did my sum of best segments. No? Oh, am I... What's the world record then? Whoops. Oh. Alright, let's look at the screen and pay attention to the Koopa. Should only take my eyes off the screen in very limited situations for very limited lengths of time. 250, or 450, 40, 250, 250 something, 450 something. Perfect time is 4:54:24. Okay. So yeah, I was off by about 2 minutes. I wonder what I was thinking of. Did I just misremember the number, or am I thinking of another game that has a really short time like that? Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was 254 or 250. I guess I didn't know it was 250. I didn't know the 4, but I was correct in one digit in one place. So I'm almost correct. You know, by a very, very... I mean, no, not even almost. I am nearly correct in one respect. Alright. Yes, I know. There we go. But yeah, 224 is like my world record on SMB 3 on Warp to World 8. Is that would that be what I was thinking of? Maybe I saw some sort of, 250 something time for Super Mario Bros. 3? I wouldn't think so. I don't know if I've seen many speedruns of, Super Mario Bros. 3. So, yeah, I absolutely cannot account for how I came up with that time. nice, nice. Nice, nice. Okay, okay. Alright, we got this. Very good. And this is a mushroom, if I remember correctly. There we go. Whoop. I was about to say that the mushroom has been of limited usefulness. The super mushroom has been of limited usefulness going forward. I'd really, really love if we could still have the fire flower at this point. But thus far, a run with a fire flower that makes it all the way to this point has yet to materialize. Oop. Oop. Okay, okay. So yeah, 2:24 could be sub 2 minute because I messed up the World 1-3 piece speed strat. But yeah, I can't say I'm super familiar with Super Mario Bros. 3 speedrunning. Pretty much the extent of my knowledge is of how everyone hates the hands. Everyone hates the hands. Like the random hands in The Last World. Oh, went too far, went too far. Usually the problem is that I don't go, I don't commit to my jump enough, and I, lose speed before I make it all the way over. But yeah. Hands, no, don't like them. Yep. That's more or less what I've seen. Nobody likes the hands. But yeah, and I can see why. Because, just completely random chance of pretty significant time loss really late into the run. Really, pardon. Sit. Alright, gotta keep hydrated. Yeah, lose 20 to 25 seconds by only one hand. Yeah. But yeah, it's like... How many hands is it that you can get maximum? Is it like... It's not, Oh dear. Alright, that was an experience. 3? Okay. Yeah, I was thinking it was 3. I know that there's 5 places where you can get the hands, but you can only get, like... Whoops. 5 spaces you can get the hands, but only maximum of 3 will spawn. Alright, alright. No more out of... Oh! Aw! No more out of you, I was about to say. Alright, alright. Oh! There we go. If I felt like I could have stuck around a little bit longer and tried to take out Lakitu, but I feel like we shouldn't really need to. Because he goes away pretty soon, anyway. Yeah. Lakitu, good job, man. Yeah, he's never quite, I've been hit by the Spinies, and I've been hit by Lakitu. But, I've never been hit by Lakitu throwing a Spiny upwards at me. Aw. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, I definitely shouldn't have bounced on that guy. I almost, got done in by that bullet bill. Tragic. Yeah, like really, really random. Yeah. The Lakitu are, troubling. The Hammer Brothers are even more troubling. There's a lot to this game that, there's a lot to this game. Whoop. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, we salvaged a very dangerous situation there, and we get our 1-up. Fortunately, as long as we don't die before getting that 1-up, we can essentially maintain attempts at 8-2 indefinitely. What's the most detailed object in this game? I don't know offhand. Do you mean in terms of... Oh, that was weird. Oh, Oh, okay, Buzzy Beetle shells don't affect bullet bills. Interesting. But yeah, so do you mean in terms of visual detail? Or, like, programming? Sort of, how complex the code is for it? Oh. Yeah. Visuals. I'm not sure, to be honest. Oh dear. Alright. I knew as soon as I started that jump. Bullet bill launcher? I guess I'll have to take a closer look at him when I get near one again. But yeah, I can definitely imagine that would be the case. Alright, very good. Whoops. I guess if I was really desperate, I could also grind for coins here. Oh dear. And eventually make a very slow profit on 1-ups, but I definitely don't feel like doing that. But yeah, killed that Lakitu in style. Thank you! Alright. Trouble me no more. Alright, alright. Yeah, I can definitely see that now that I take a closer look. The detail on the bullet bill launcher. Oop, there we go. But yeah, so shells do not affect not Buzzy Beetles. Shells do not affect bullet bills, which is good to know. Oh dear. This is fine. Oh, that's not fine though. Well, I was going on about how 8-3 was our big road. Oh dear. I was going on about how 8-3 was our big roadblock, but it seems like today it might be 8-2. This is fine. Whoops. But yeah, that Mario does affect the bullet bills. Yeah. Alright, alright. Oops. Alright. Let's think. What are we doing wrong here that we keep losing in 8-2 and not even making it to 8-3? I feel like probably we haven't gotten past that, I don't think, if I remember correctly, we haven't gotten past that point where you have to jump off of that pipe onto that small platform and then make another jump. So it could be that I'm having issues with the timing of that particular jump. Or, well, that's far from the only issue that we're facing today, but that is the thing that has prevented us from making any further progress. Or at least it is the greatest roadblock that we are facing currently. The one that we haven't overcome at all. Because yeah, there's... Oh, well, I guess I can still get these coins. Oh. Well, I can't now, but... Have you heard of the Minus World? I have heard of the Minus World. And, yeah, it's when you, like, I know vaguely of how to access it. You have to, like, you have to do something odd with the, or at least, one of the ways you can access it, I think, is you need to sort of, like, go through the pipe at the end of this level in an odd way to get to the warp zone. It's sort of like, you clip through the pipe. Like the pipe that would normally take you to the, 1-3. But yeah, like if there's a thing you can do to like clip through the top of the pipe there, and it'll take you to the warp zone. And then I think if you like get into one of these warp pipes without loading the whole screen, that'll bring you to the Minus World. Got it? Good. I'm glad my my video game trivia knowledge has not failed me today. At least, not in this specific avenue. It did fail me in regards to the Super Mario Brothers speedrun time. But I know at least one thing about this game. Maybe not two, but I know at least one thing. Alright. There we go. There we go. Smooth. Very good, very good. Alright, very good World 4-1. And then 4-2 is relatively free. I don't want to just say that it is free with no qualifier, because if I say that, I'm sure that something terrible will happen to me. But it's relatively free. I don't have as much trouble with it as I do with a lot of other things. Because, yeah, that's probably the scariest part of 4-2 for me, really. I've fallen a lot there, and I'm not eager to repeat my past mistakes. Whoops. There we go. Get back under control here. Yeah, Mario's exposition will always be 120 if it gets higher. That means the screen was scrolled further. Alright, alright. But yeah, so that's like whoop. I remember I heard once about how, like, I think, like, in this game, or, yeah, how, like, Mario sort of stays in the same, like, position, essentially, but the stage moves around him. Is sort of how it works, from a technical standpoint. Of course, you know, with regards to exposition specifically, so, like, horizontal positioning. You know, because you change your Y without changing the Y of the stage quite a bit. But yeah, your X stays the same for the most part. That is a kind of a funny little sort of programming shortcut though, isn't it? The character doesn't move, the world moves around them. I imagine you could probably make a pretty interesting game around that concept of just, you don't move the character, but you do move the stage. Though I guess, once you get into developing a game like that, then you sort of have to ask yourself, if I control the stage, but I don't control the character, like the main character, does that mean that the stage is the main character? And not the, sort of visual representation? But yeah, it is, sort of a video game philosophy, I guess. Alright, okay. Alright, alright. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're into 8-2 with the Fire Flower, which is pretty good. We don't often get to 8-2 while still possessing the Fire Flower. I don't think it's definitely never, it's not, we've done it before. And hopefully we'll do it again at some point. But yeah, I was trying to say that it hasn't not happened, and I stumbled over my words so hard there that I stumbled over the edge of a cliff. What was that? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I think I might have outrun the one-up. Nope, we're good. Okay, cool. Alright, don't get too hesitant. Alright, remain focused. Now we've got an extra hit. Oh dear. Now we don't have an extra hit. Whoops. Alright. Have to go. Good luck finishing the game. Alright. Hope you have a nice day. Oh dear. Oh. Aw! One last, I mean, I hope it's the last. But, one last Lakitu spike throw. Or, oh. Alright. Alright. Can't get too caught up on any one thing that happens. I need to stay focused. I promise I'm not doing this on purpose. I just have a very specific rhythm that I take this stage with, or at least the start of this stage, and whenever it gets disrupted, I sort of have trouble figuring out what to do from there. Sort of running into the problem of overcommitting. Overcommitting to some jumps, not committing enough to others. Ah. Wasn't expecting those spinies to bump into each other, which threw off my plan there a little bit also. Alright. So. I'm overthinking things a little bit, is probably the issue. Because I saw that bullet bill, and I saw my angle, and I thought, surely I'm going to die here. And so I didn't, at that point, I just sort of stopped considering what might happen next. And, thus I stopped considering what would happen next, and thus I jumped directly into a very easy to avoid shell. Or, not shell, Koopa. So, we've just got to take everything as it comes. Like, just because something odd happened doesn't mean that, something odd and unexpected happens doesn't mean that we need to, immediately shut down all faculties related to playing this game. But yeah, when I say that I'm overthinking things, I mean that I'm sort of assuming a lot about what is going to happen next in the game. I'm making a lot of assumptions, rather than reacting, I guess. I'm playing this game sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there is a specific word for the exact concept that I'm describing, but, you know, I'm sort of planning out my movements. And because I'm focusing so hard on trying to decide what to do next, and making sure that I do the right things in sequence, when something unexpected happens, it throws me off enough that I simply cannot respond effectively to the next problem that arises. So I probably, in some ways, I need to speed up. I need to try and think things through faster. But I also need to slow down a little bit. I need to stop getting ahead of myself, basically. I'm putting the cart before the horse. I'm worried about what I'm going to do next instead of what I'm doing right now. Alright. Alright. This is the sound of focus. The absolute silence of a man who must prove himself against the might of the Koopa King. Alright. Alright, alright. It'd be really interesting if I could see the hitboxes on the piranha plants, because it feels like they're not inconsistent, per se. They're not inconsistent, I don't think. But when they can and can't hit you, doesn't necessarily match up 100% with when they are and are not on screen. That's it. I assume sort of what is happening here is that the hitbox on the piranha plant doesn't necessarily activate immediately, in a sense. Because it's not immediately with them as soon as they are visible. They have to come to they have to be a certain distance out of the pipe before they can hurt you. And in the same vein, once they have gone far enough into the pipe, they can no longer hurt you, even if it looks a bit like they should be able to, perhaps. So, in short, I shouldn't concern myself too much with the visual of the piranha plant. I should just sort of assume that if it's there, probably it's a bad thing, and it will probably harm me. If it is there in any capacity. So if you see a piranha plant, don't expose yourself to it. Do not let yourself get bitten. Alright, 8-1. 8-1, as we've established, is not the worst. One is definitely not the worst. Ah. Man, it's been a long time since we messed that up, huh? Yeah, how long has it been since I've done the terrible slide into the pipe instead of collecting the coin thing? Alright, here we go. Alright. Yeah, there is a certain amount of pre-planning that needs to happen. Oh dear. There is a certain amount of pre-planning that needs to happen, but I was starting to overthink things again. Because I was thinking about the section at the end here. I was thinking about this area. I was thinking that was coming up sooner than it was. And because of that, I suffered a great loss there. Alright. Oh! Now that is an interaction we have not seen, I don't think. We've seen things like that, but never that specific permutation of it. This is bad. Alright, I should stop hesitating. I was just going on about how I have a specific rhythm that I take these jumps at, and not take... how not conforming to that rhythm was making me do worse here. Man. Alright. Probably these coins aren't much use to us anymore. Alright. So, we've salvaged the situation somewhat. Alright. So, calm, focus, precision. Gotta believe that I can make the jumps, so that I will commit to the jumps and in turn make the jumps. Very good, very good. Alright, 8-3. We're not in a great position for 8-3, but at least we're in 8-3. It took me a lot longer than I like to have gotten here. But at least we're here. Okay, okay. That's bad. I wonder if I can jump up to the top from here. Maybe. Alright. I have to wonder, is there a safe way for me to take that jump? Because it's not... I'm very inconsistent with it. Oh dear. I guess, yeah, we can just wait a little bit. Because it's not like the Hammer Brothers are... They're not that aggressive. They are very aggressive, but they're not that aggressive. That just by, they're not gonna personally, Oh! Oh, that was the game over, too. Oh, man. We were so close to being, like, the furthest we've ever gotten in 8-3. Oops. Ah. But yeah. The Hammer Brothers don't, like, pursue you super aggressively. I mean, they don't pursue you at all. They're not aiming at you, they're just sort of jumping randomly and throwing hammers at slightly random intervals. Alright, alright. We must embody calm and focus at all times. At all times. If we are to succeed. Oops. Don't do that. We're not at the point where cutscenes are skippable yet. That technology wouldn't be invented for quite a while, I imagine. Oh dear. I mean, I guess probably there's probably other games with cutscenes that were skippable before this point. This game doesn't have skippable cutscenes, though. Alright. Very good. And this one, and then this one for the Fire Flower. Nice, nice. If I went too much further, that would have been very bad. But I didn't go too much further, so it was very good instead. And you know what else is very good? A 1-up. Ah. That's not so good, but it just goes to show we're being a little bit sloppy here. We've gotten too comfortable, perhaps, with the early levels. And now we're treating them like we can just breeze on through. Challenges remain in these parts. These are not totally free. I think there should be a super mushroom in one of these. There we go. The very last one. You know, people, I feel like I might have talked about this before. But yeah, the saying, it's always in the last place you look. and how that is, you know, pretty much always true. Because in theory, you shouldn't, continue looking for something once you found it. Or generally one doesn't. So by definition, anything that you are looking for is in the last place that you look for it. So I imagine probably that saying is not meant to be taken literally, and is more meant to... The last place you look is more meant to, mean, like, the last place that you would think to look. The least likely place for it to be is where it always is. English has some very interesting grammatical constructions, doesn't it? Interesting is probably a lot less harsh language than a lot of people would use to describe some of the sentences that you can construct, and have been constructed for years in the English language on a regular basis. Alright, alright. So, we've hit some rough patches. We've hit some rough patches, but we're not doing too bad. There are times, perhaps, when I just need to calm down and perhaps even quiet down for the focus. Because on the one hand, you know, I want to be providing running commentary, but on the other hand, I do want to beat this game someday. And I imagine it would probably be worth it to trade a few more seconds of silence than I'm usually put in. I imagine it'd probably be worth it to trade a few more seconds of silence for, you know, the increased novelty of the game is beaten, than to just maintain the exact same pace of speech through the entire thing, and have nothing new to talk about, because we are just literally and figuratively retreading the same ground, broadly speaking, throughout a lot of this. And there's new things to talk about. There's new things to talk about here and there. I could probably come up with some novel conversation topics if I had the focus to do so. But again, I'm trying to focus on the game. In some circles, they call this serious time. I have not employed serious time yet, I will say. At least not deliberately. Every now and then, I get focused enough that I don't talk for a few seconds. But then I usually try to correct from that. Of course, we don't want too much dead air, but we do need, again, some focus. A little bit of quiet here and there isn't bad. I say, continually talking at intervals to fill the dead air. I wonder if I can use the bulldozer technique there to get another one out. I've thought about it before, but I've never had the guts to try it. Yeah, once again, I think I'm there I was a victim of clutching my controller too tight. Pressing the buttons too hard, so they didn't register as being unpressed in time for me to press them again. Specifically the jump button, in this case. Alright. Again, we're at a phase where it's somewhat questionable how necessary it is to go in and collect coins. But every step closer to another life is probably worth at least some effort. This power star doesn't have all that much utility, I guess. Especially since it prevented me from employing the bulldozer technique there. There we go. But I'm very used to collecting that star, which is why I did it there. Alright. Sit. But yes, despite my great fear of doing so, I still don't think I've ever run out of time in a level. So there's I could definitely still afford to take some more time. There, the issue was that I was too focused on the coins that I've just decried as useless, to respond in time to that Spiny. Yeah, I talk a lot about developing muscle memory. You need to develop muscle memory to succeed in this game. But probably what I could use more would be just a reaction time. Because I definitely don't have the sort of speedrunner muscle memory. I'm nowhere near that point. And I'm not necessarily inclined to develop it for this particular game at this particular point in time. Because we're not doing a speedrun, we're just trying to play the game. Alright. Yeah, sharper reactions. Being able to, better judgment, discernment. Yeah, if I had the wherewithal to sort of, respond to that appropriately, I would have known that I should have, tended left instead of tending right, so that I wouldn't fall into the abyss there. Alright. I don't like this. And for good reason. It's interesting how the mushrooms in this game have are a bit like more pointed than they are in later games, you know? A shape that's like, you know, there's rounded mushrooms and then there's more pointed ones in the real world of fungus. Mycology, I suppose, is the word for the study of fungus. But yeah, there's rounded mushrooms and more pointed ones. It's interesting how they started out, I don't want to say more realistic, because again, the reason that I said there are more pointed ones and more rounded ones is specifically so that I wouldn't say, like, that they've gone from a more realistic design to a more stylized one. Because there's definitely, you know, again, mushrooms that look both ways in the real world. And, you know, flat-top mushrooms and stuff as well. All kinds of fungal friends. And then there's things like molds, which I don't think have been depicted in any form in the Mario games. Oh dear. Yeah, interesting that they sort of started out with this shape, and then they sort of changed to a pretty different shape. When a lot of things in the Mario series have stayed pretty similar. Not necessarily the same. For instance, Koopa are no longer quadrupeds, and they haven't been for a while. I suppose they aren't even all quadrupeds in this game, because of the Hammer Brothers and Bowser himself. Alright, alright. Alright. I think probably what I need to do there is make the jump not running, but then start running while I'm mid-air. Because I guess, yeah, again, it's not really a... I'm treating this like just having the run button held down makes you jump farther, when that is not the case. It's based on momentum. Like the manual even goes so far as to say that. The speed at which you jump determines the distance of your jump, and the height of your jump. But we're not... oh dear. Yeah, we're not going for height, we're going for distance. We want vertical distance, or horizontal distance, rather. Even now, I still get horizontal and vertical mixed up a lot more than I would care to. Alright. Yeah, even with a relatively slow jump, we can still beat the arc of the paratroopers. Alright. Oh dear. There we go. Because yeah, oh! Unfortunate. With no additional speed, we do not have the momentum we need to carry ourselves through that jump. But it seems like with basically any additional speed at all, beyond just our normal walking speed, we can. Because yeah, the platform is not large enough, that one block platform is not large enough for us to get the speed we need to cross the gap. But it feels like if we have basically any more speed than that, than we do. Ooh, that was dangerous. Alright. So, we're not going to concern ourselves with what just happened there too much. I'm content with having survived. There we go. Yeah, once again, as I said earlier, it's been a very long time since we, hasn't been a long time. It has been never. It has been a never time since we've run out of time on a level, I don't think. Full stop. But, yeah, I don't think we've ever run out of time. We've definitely panicked because of running low on time and died as a result. But I don't think we've ever died directly as a result of running out of time. So, all this is to say that I am desperately trying to reassure myself that, yes, I can slow down. I can stop if I need to. And also I can pause the game, which completely sidesteps the time issue by pausing time. Alright, you jump down, which means that I have to wait for you. Alright, alright. And you jump down, you both jump down, which is very unfortunate for you. Alright, yeah, that didn't work. Alright, I really should have gotten hit by that hammer, but I'm glad that I didn't. Yeah, once again, that was a point where I really should have reconsidered my next move, as opposed to just sort of rolling with things. I think we just saw the Bullet Bill sprite overlap with where the Piranha Plant sprite is getting stored or something. Because the Bullet Bill sprite sort of phased out there a little bit. In a way consistent with sprites trying to share space do. Ah. Hesitated too much there. Yeah, I didn't start running until I saw them at the arc of their jump. When I really should have started moving, like, when they left the ground. You're dropping down a whole lot today. Oh dear! Alright, they were polite enough to get out of my way this time. Alright. This was unnecessary. Alright. Ah. Alright, that was one of the most foolish mistakes I've made so far today. Oh, there we go. Oh, just barely. Yeah, I got a little bit impatient there with the Hammer Brother. Yeah, I guess I don't trust myself, or I don't trust maybe the game to give myself enough time to get under the Hammer Brothers while they're jumping and throwing their hammers. I always assume that I have to be really close to them and I have to, like, basically start moving towards them before they jump if I want to try and clear the distance under them. But that's really not the case, I don't think. Yeah, not the case at all. Alright. It's a bit ironic that I'm a little bit more inclined to remain quiet in these parts of the game that we've seen so much. When I was just talking earlier about how I need to take the time to focus and perhaps be a little bit quieter in the later stages to, you know, actually make it through them. But like, with these early stages, we've been through them so much that it almost feels a little bit rote. I don't feel like I have as much to say when we get here. And so I pause more. I pause more to try and think of things to say. Alright. Got a little bit nervous there with that Piranha Plant. Whoops. Clear you, there we go. Oh, nice. Alright, I definitely didn't expect that. Smooth. Very good, very good. You know, all of a sudden I've had the thought, like, I wonder if there's like a maximum percent category for this game. I'm not sure what that would entail. I would feel like it would be mostly... I don't know, the thought I had was, you know, going into and getting, like, as many coins as you could. it would definitely, I guess, a max percent, because I don't think you could define a 100% necessarily. Well, I mean, you could define 100% as just like every level, maybe every shortcut too. Not like warps, but like shortcuts within a level. Oop, there we go. So yeah, my first instinct was collecting as many coins as you could potentially within the game. The maximum number of coins that you could get. Which could probably be its own speedrun, to be honest. Yeah, max coins percent and perhaps a all levels. Of course, all levels and max coins probably overlap quite a bit. Because presumably, going to as many levels as possible leads to getting as many coins as possible. Or is not leads to, in the sense of one necessarily precludes the other. Or not precludes, that's the opposite of what I'm talking about. That one includes, I guess, the other. But in the sense that, in order to get the maximum number of coins, I imagine you would have to go to pretty much every level. Because yeah, some of the levels at the end here don't have basically any coins at all. I don't think 8.3 has any coins. At least not that I've recall or have seen. The earlier parts of World 8 still have quite a few coins. We were just talking earlier about how this star doesn't really benefit us, necessarily, and prevents us from doing the bulldozer technique. Let's see if we can actually do that. No. Alright, so, we've learned. We've lost, but we've learned. Sometimes you have to learn from the pain, I guess. Alright, alright, alright. There we go. Alright, alright. Alright, now I'm off my rhythm here, so... Once again, I've completely lost track of everything that could potentially happen here as soon as one unexpected thing happened. Ah, no. Right. I keep thinking that they land on that's the stair that I was just about to be on. But I guess, yeah, they sort of skip every other stair. They skip every other stair. Because, yeah, if they landed on every stair, then they'd fall into the pit. So yeah, every other step. Every other step. And honestly, internalizing that knowledge will probably help us more than basically anything else in this level. Ah, not far enough. Not far enough that time. I guess another factor is holding down the button. Because the length of time that you hold down the A button also impacts the distance of your jumps. Distance and height. Oh dear. Alright. Oh dear. This is very bad. Oh dear. Okay. Aw! I got distracted again. Alright, let's take a moment. Alright. So, let us proceed. Man, I'm gonna need to, like, practice this all weekend. Assuming that we don't beat World 8 for today, which is still possible, I suppose. We do have a pretty limited margin for error today, because I do have work pretty much immediately after this. I guess not immediately, but I have a very limited amount of time if I want to have lunch and then go to work, rather than having to have only 2 meals today. Which is not the worst thing in the world, I suppose, but it's pretty devastating to my morale. Some people skip lunch, some people skip breakfast, some people skip dinner, some people have like 1 meal a day. But if I do not have my 3 meals a day, then I get very sad. I was going to say cranky, but I don't really. I very rarely get upset and not eating, or I very rarely get anything that could be described as sort of a subset of angry. And not eating is not one of the things that can make me angry. Calm and focused. Here we go. All right. Mario's run animation is very fun. Taking the time to sort of appreciate the little things in this game as we proceed onward. Ah. Well, that's less than ideal. But not unsalvageable. I've been asked before why I don't just do this before I get that one after that super mushroom. In the rare cases that we end up in a room like this without a super mushroom. And the reason, I've said then, and I will say again, is because I do not trust myself. I do not trust myself to not accidentally get those, get through the pipe. Collecting those coins before I can collect the super mushroom. Alright, 4-2 is another one that's pretty free. 4-1 is supposed to be free, and we did take a hit there, but we didn't lose a life, at the very least. But, free as it may be, we're still not going to take it for granted. Because that's how we lose, basically. That's how we lose at this game. By assuming and not responding. I could maybe make this jump just with a jump with a... What's the word I'm looking for? You know, just by jumping far enough. I probably don't need to use those platforms. But I'm not inclined to take any risks at this point. We probably don't have all that many runs left in us today. Yeah, I guess more so, less in us, because this isn't about endurance. It's about time. I only have so much time, really. Oh dear. Words cannot express how deeply affrighted I was of that fuzzy beetle falling into its territory. Alright, so, let us proceed. World 8-1 is another one that's not terrible, not terribly difficult, but because of that I want to even more desperately protect my power-ups. Because if I lose them in the easy levels, how can I expect to keep them in the harder ones? Okay. Yeah, we've already established that fuzzy beetle cannot provide us with the sweet extra Marios that we desire. So we're not going to worry about getting or not getting the star there. Alright. There we go. Now here comes the tricky part. The tricky part that comes before the even trickier part. Pardon me? One of my roommates just got, one of my housemates just got home. There we go. Alright, so we made it up the stairs slowly but safely. Oop, there we go. Alright. Very good. Very bad. Very bad that was. Hoping that my dog wants to go say hi. Right, that's not the place to stand. We've established this. This is fine. That is fine. E. There we go. So we've lost our power-up, and now we're working at a loss with regards to one-ups as well. But yes, there are more random elements in this game than I thought there were going into it. There are more random elements than I thought there were, but a lot of things are deterministic, and we can rely on them to be as such. The paratroopers do not bounce random distances. The bullet bills do not travel random speeds. So some things we just need to, you know, learn. We just need to learn how to deal with them, rather than sort of making an assumption and then just sort of hoping. We need to, you know, make use of the knowledge that we have gained. I'll let my dog out real quick. She wants to go say hi to everyone. Be right back. Oh, I didn't mute myself there, did I? Oh well. Alright, now my rhythm's off a little bit. There we go. One of the disadvantages of pausing, I suppose. But we still made it through, so it couldn't have been that bad. Alright, 8-3 with, what, 5 lives? Yes. Cool. Correct. I know things about this video game. Can you believe it? Oh. Alright, thank you. Wait, hold on, what? What just happened? Did that... I got... well... Alright. Focus. I got distracted by the Hammer Brother, being alive when I didn't, expect him to be. But really that was of no consequence, so I really shouldn't have, stopped for that, because it cost me a life. Not every Hammer Brother is important to us at all times. If we'd went a little bit further, we could have ended it just on the edge of that pipe and avoided getting chomped, while also avoiding falling into the pit. But, again, the smarter play would probably be just to wait. Alright, you drop down. You go up. And you are dealt with. It's funny how when the Hammer Brothers are exhibiting, like, the totally unique behavior that they as enemies have, other than the hammer throwing. Well, I guess the hammer throwing isn't totally unique, because Bowser does it too. But yeah, when they're exhibiting their wholly unique behavior of jumping between platforms up and down, randomly and at will, they're honestly a little bit less dangerous than when they're just on the ground. Because then you can get underneath them and what would the word be? You're not stomping them. You're hitting them from underneath. So... I guess they've got really weak ankles, is the problem. They've got powerful throwing arms, but, just no leg to stand on. Meanwhile, Mario has both a very powerful fist for bumping blocks. Alright. Yeah, very powerful fists for punching blocks. And very powerful legs for landing on things that are moving in strange ways. I wonder if the music is, like, specifically tied to tile sets. Or if it's just a matter of certain area transitions are hard-coded, or not hard-coded, are programmed to make the music change in a specific way. Because, yeah, the music and the tile set do, like, overlap pretty much entirely, I think. Like, you only get the underground theme in these underground areas, these specific areas with a specific underground tile set and palette. You only get the overworld theme in the overworld. There are slightly different palettes that share the same overworld theme. So it's not 100% each palette has a specific theme to it. There we go. Now, one thing I've never remarked on is it's kind of fun how they sort of play with your expectations in 4.2. Because, like, I'd always been expecting that there was somewhere in the Super Mario world where there would be a warp to, 8 and 7 and all that worlds that we couldn't reach with the warps that were available to us initially. Sort of the World 1-2 warp and the World 4-2 warp at the end of the stage. Which, conforms to the pattern set by the World 1-2 warp. But then, on top of that, then they have this extra warp that takes you even further. That's sort of hidden in World 4-2. I'm trying to think. We haven't encountered a whole lot of vines before. We haven't encountered a whole lot of vines throughout this game. Though that's probably more... it's definitely more so due to my own lack of diligence in searching for them. In short, what I'm saying is there's probably a lot of vines that we haven't seen. But I'm trying to think, did we... Is this like the earliest vine that we've seen? The one in 4.2? Because I definitely remember seeing vines in later worlds. So part of me sort of thinks that, like, there could be sort of an aspect of they want to, they hid this warp zone, the warp zone that takes us to World 8, in the specific way that they did, in order to... Yeah, there's a part of me that thinks that they hid it in the specific way that they did, to sort of, make it less likely that you would warp directly to World 8 on, like, your first playthrough or something. Or your first, like, run of the game, or whatever. Because, yeah, the warp zone, the initial warp zone, isn't too hard to find out, as long as you sort of, keep an open mind about what, part of the screen is traversable and what part of it is just, there for a UI element. When the trick is, it's all traversable. There's nowhere that is purely UI. Whoop, there we go. Whoops. There we go. What point was I making? But yeah, so the World 1-2 warp isn't too hard to come by. Sip. Yeah, the World 4-2 warp isn't too hard to come by, especially if you've, done the 1-2 warp. But yeah, this warp to the very latest, the very, endgame-iest areas, the warp to the very endgame-iest areas, is hidden in a different manner than, the others. Yeah, 1, 2, and I think to a lesser extent 4, 2 are warps that I think you could pretty reasonably get to on accident. I feel like it'd be, well, yeah. There's 2 warps in 4-2, so I can't just sort of say, oh, this is the 4-2 warp, because there's 2 of them, and we're specifically contrasting the 2 right now. So I need to use a little bit more precise language. But yeah, we'll call we'll call one the Vine warp, and the other one just the other warp, I guess. Though, the other warp. But yeah, the Vine warp is hidden with a vine, you know. And again, how obvious a vine warp, or just the concept of a vine is not clear to me, because I'm not sure how early you could discover a vine. We certainly didn't discover, or I didn't. I'm inclined to use the collective we, when referring to myself and the things I do on stream. I guess I just sort of have a strong sense of community with you all. But, you know, I should not talk about we discovered things when, or we didn't discover things or whatever, necessarily all the time, because you might have discovered them in your own time before I did. I shouldn't use the collective when I am, especially talking about, like, you know, things like knowledge that we have, knowledge that I have and knowledge that you have, which is separate. You know things that I don't know, I know things that you don't know. Yeah, when talking about knowledge and skill and personal experiences with games. Because yeah, you all have lived through, if you've been watching, about, like, probably 90% or more, honestly a lot more probably, of the experience that I've had with this game. There has been very little, not none, but there has been very little time that I have spent in this game that has not involved this community. So it is very much more of a... It is very much a collective thing in that regard. Even if not in, yeah, it is collective in that sense, that your experience with me playing the game overlaps almost entirely with my experience playing the game. Alright, there we are. Anyway, I'm sure I had another point that I was trying to make there, but I've since forgotten it. Alright. Oh. Alright, that didn't go so well. That really didn't go so well. I'm a little bit too hesitant. A little bit too hesitant. But yeah, the Hammer Brothers are very hard to predict, which is why I really wish that I had the power of fire, and so I didn't need to predict them, I just needed to incinerate them. Alright. And as soon as they jump, go. Oh, well, I don't know why I decided to go there. I guess because I said go, and so there was a part of my mind that heard go and thought, oh, it's time to go. But that's not correct. But yeah, I always try to run under them, which is maybe not ideal. because when I'm running, you know, I've got, I don't think it takes any longer to accelerate when you're running. But, you know, since you go faster, the timing is slightly different, and so I sort of worry about that. And yeah, the worst part about trying to time the jumps, and we did run under him there, the worst part about trying to time the jumps is the fact that their jumping pattern doesn't necessarily line up with their hammer throwing pattern. Because yeah, the time when they pause to stop throwing hammers, again, doesn't overlap entirely with the time that they are jumping. Or like, barely at all. Alright, that was entirely too risky, but it worked. So, if it's stupid and it works, I guess it's not stupid, as they say. I should really, wait for the bullet bills to leave the screen, huh? That felt like it shouldn't have happened, but I suppose we'll take it. Alright, that was all me. I can't say that the game was being inconsistent or doing anything unexpected there. That was a very normal interaction. Alright, no bullet bill on screen, so we can just go. Don't have to worry about dodging the bullet bill while we dodge the Hammer Brothers. Alright, alright, alright. Don't like this. There we go. I can't tell. Is it that the Hammer Brothers... Surely they're not just behaving differently in this world. I would assume that's not the case. Because the game's pretty good about telegraphing enemy behavior. Like, you know, the red Koopas never walk off ledges. The red Koopas never walk off ledges, the green Koopas always do. Things like that. So enemies that behave in a way always behave in that way. Broadly speaking. Bowser is the exception. Since different Bowsers look the same but behave differently. Not every Bowser throws hammers. I guess that's pretty much the only major difference, I guess. Because everything else is just a difference in the stage itself, like whether the Bowser has blocks over him to keep you from as easily jumping over them, whether they have Podoboos in the arena to make sure you can't just, like, you know, stand still for too long in too many different places. Nope, can't skip this. We've already established it. But yeah, I don't know if I'm just paying more attention because it feels more important now. But it feels like the Hammer Brother patterns here are a little bit different than they are in other worlds. It could just be that we're seeing them on the ground more, is the thing. And we're not used to that. I'm not used to that. Again, when describing things like knowledge and personal experiences, I should use the singular, I. Because I can only speak for my own personal experiences. I cannot speak for yours. I should not use we in this specific context. There we go. Our Super Mario Brothers. I am laid low. Well, at least we get some extra coins. Don't get the very nice power-ups that we got earlier, but it's fine. This is really going to throw us off, huh? It's been a long time since we've not had a power-up. I guess we're going to have a power-up. Because, yeah, we've been here before without a power-up. We just did this earlier today. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Because, yeah, we don't need to go too long before we get our next power-up anyway, even if we were to do this. Because there's one, like, right here. Well, there it goes. There we go. Alright. Nice. Alright, alright. There we go. Yeah, once again I lack the courage to try and get all these bottom coins before going for that mushroom. Maybe we should have, because we're messing this up a little bit. I'm messing this up a little bit. There we go. A reasonable, if suboptimal, result. But yeah, given how much more time Super Mario Bros. Has taken than expected, I might reschedule The Legend of Zelda and Metroid. Because I don't know, I wanted to do them as sort of a unit. But, if I can't do them all, like, in sequence, while still sticking to the schedule that I was hoping for, then maybe I need to reconsider when I want to do Zelda and Metroid. Oops. Alright, there we go. Simple if you know how. Alright, alright, alright. There we go. So, what do we need to remember about 8-1? I feel like it hasn't been that long since we were in 8-1, but it feels unfamiliar to a certain extent, you know? I think we messed up a shortcut. Well, we need to remember the shortcut, apparently, and we didn't. I guess we didn't lose that much. We mostly lost out on a few coins. We didn't skip too much trouble. Oh well. There we go. Not bad at all. Perfectly reasonable. There was a part of me that sort of assumed that, oh, pipe, maybe this is a shortcut, since we haven't taken the shortcut yet. Shortcut yet. But, no, in fact, that is not the case. No shortcut to be found there. Yeah, that, wasn't quite sure what to do there. I was so scared of losing my my fire flower that I instead lost my life, which is even worse. But yes, no power-up is worth the 100 coins that we would now have to spend, like, a very long time to try and win back if we wanted to get another 1-up and, like, make up for the one that we just lost. I'm not really counting that as making up for it, because that one's sort of in the route. Oh dear. That was deeply upsetting. There we go. Alright, we didn't do the safe strat there, but it worked out fine, I suppose. Yeah, I call these shortcuts a lot of the time, but I guess not all of them are shortcuts. Some of them, you know, with us collecting the coins and all, probably take a lot longer than it would be to go through the level normally. Alright, alright. That was a little bit silly. That was even sillier. Alright, let's try this all again. If we jumped lower, we probably could have made that. Because then we wouldn't have bounced off of the platform. I also probably have an unnecessarily strong aversion to going backwards at the level. Because I always assume, oh, you know, the screen scrolls, we can't go back. And I landed on the wrong step again. So let's take a moment to collect our thoughts. But yeah, the screen, like, scrolls backwards, so I have sort of the mentality of, oh, I can't go back, because there is no back to go to. But there is, to a certain extent. You know, not all that much. We can't go that far back. But, like, we can go far enough back. We can go far enough back that we can avoid Spinies and whatnot. Koopa Troopas. Not forever, mind you. We do have to deal with them eventually. That was unnecessarily dangerous and unprofitable. But yeah, if we get a game over here, I think we'll just end the stream a little bit early. Alright, there we are. Whoops. Okay. There we go. There we know. The long hours spent on Mario are definitely wearing on me a little bit. Oh. Well, I guess we're done. Very unfortunate. But, such is life. So, we didn't do it again, unfortunately. We remain in this world. World 8-3. Yeah. I guess we lost to 8-2 there. Didn't quite even make it to 8-3. We did at various points get that far, but ultimately it is not what stopped our last run of the day. So that is very unfortunate. But what can you do? well, I guess we should, go go over the business as usual. So, today we didn't do Legend of Zelda, and we're not going to on Monday either, unless we get very fast at doing this game, unfortunately. Let's see. What else is there to say? Actually, we're not streaming next Monday anyway, because I have work then. So, Tuesday through Saturday for next week. Tuesday, we will be presumably starting the Borderlands 3. I was going to say Borderlands the 3 sequel, but that's not accurate. We're going to be starting the Borderlands 3 run. Run's a bit of an odd word for it, but yes. What's the word I'm looking for? I cannot even begin to think. But yes, the Borderlands 3 playthrough. There we go, we finally made it. Borderlands 3 collab playthrough with Altariana, Sheppy Sheps, and Judah Kami. But yeah, that will begin presumably next Tuesday. And Mario will continue for at least a little bit longer. This is getting a little bit long in the tooth. I don't know, I guess there's not a whole lot I can do about that other than practice more. So I guess we'll just have to do that over the weekend. And I guess over Monday, because I won't be streaming then. So hopefully by Wednesday, when the next Mario stream will be, hopefully I'll be pretty good at the game. And we'll be able to conquer Bowser with no additional difficulty. But beyond that, what else is there to say? Not much, I guess. We'll also be continuing Dweller's Empty Path next Thursday, probably concluding it. But we'll talk more about that when we get to it, I imagine. So, straighten up here. Conduct ourselves with some dignity. Today. What do we want to do? Well, we want to raid, of course. So, yes. If anyone has any raid suggestions, please feel free to drop them. If not, I can find a raid target, of course. And, I don't know, anything else to be said? I don't think so. Take a sip real quick. No suggestions, it looks like, so I think we will go and visit Canty today. In a little bit. But yes, Canty, robot VTuber. I think, yeah, they've got a new model, it looks like. Haven't seen this one yet. But yeah, so that'll be fun. Playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, so I guess I won't be able to stick around for very long because I do want to avoid spoilers on that. But I hope everyone else enjoys, if you are not also trying to avoid spoilers. So, let us go and drop by Canty and say hi, and I think that should be everything that needs to be said at this point. So, thank you all for being here today. I hope you have had a fine morning. I hope that you'll continue to have a fine afternoon, every afternoon, and I hope that you'll be well until the next time I see you. Thank you very much, and farewell.